And we're back. Thanks for watching another episode of Dad's Knows Best podcast. I am your host, Rob Vega, a.k.a. Robberryy, a.k.a. Dad.
Yep.
We got Ivani in here. We got John in here. And we're just continuing from the last episode.
What's up? Hell yeah, we're doing it. We're going to keep on going with this.
Yeah, might as well.
With the workflow shit.
Yeah, but you were talking about the plugs. You were talking
about
work.
I was just saying, like, my 4 years being there and shit, you know, like, it's, like, you would think, like, just because you're in there 4 years, if you go work with someone else, they expect you, like, boom, like, you know your shit now.
Yeah.
No, dog.
Yeah,
like I said, I started from ground, like,
zero
trenches. Bro, from the dirt and the trenches.
Yeah.
With the shovel in my hand, literally. That's what we did.
Yeah.
You know?
I seen some dudes out there doing
I did that
shit.
shit for, like, a whole year. Because it was hard for me to get the trade, bro. Like, at fucking not knowing shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that was hard, dude. It took me a little longer to get it.
Yeah.
Then people didn't, like, you know, that they know a little bit of, like, the trade and shit because they have, you know, their sources or dads or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I was green when I started.
You were green, and you caught up pretty fucking good.
What's green? That's like new, right?
Like your apprentice.
Oh, okay.
Straight like your greenhorn.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
no experience whatsoever.
Got it.
So that's what they call us and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's how they bag on us, bro. Oh, the fucking greenhorns here and shit. Oh fuck. You know, but yeah, like I said, it took me a little while. Like I'm barely now doing all the badass shit now.
Yeah,
you know, probably in the last year and a half.
Well, that's what I was gonna get into because I think I even told you guys the story of like when I told my dad I was like probably like 3 years in I'm like, hey, so when I start getting used to waking up early and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember
like that was a weird one. Like I was tired forever. Like I remember when I was in a relationship at that time.
Yeah.
Like for the 3 years, everywhere we went, I was just falling asleep everywhere.
I was
just
falling
right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
same way. She
Nah,
got mad at me actually for a certain point. It was like you always fall asleep. You never hang out. It's like I get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
3 a.m.
She sounds like a bitch.
Yeah, she was.
No, but and that was
my chick digged it. She's like, oh my god, you're so fucking up early.
Jesus.
How you must be tired. You driving 2 hours, sometimes 4 because I was in LA, bro, going to fucking Moreno Valley.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, and I don't know. Because my dad,
I was digging it.
Dude, my dad has been doing that since he was like 24. He still does it to this day. So
I started at 23.
So I think every girl I'm with, like my mom kind of explains, like just get used to it. You know what I mean? So like my girls never got mad at it. You know what I mean? I mean we're spending time, even though I'm sleeping. But like it was weird. So I swear, I'd probably say like my 5th year, I was probably stressed out about the job, and I was always like, do I want to keep doing this bullshit? Like, is this what I want to do with my life? Like, I was just like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, dude. And it was weird. Like, on the 5th year, I believe it was the 5th or 6th year, I was like settled in where I'm like, okay, every scenario that you run into when you go to a job, you know how to handle it. So it's not.
That's funny. I agree with you so much. That's at a point in a job for me when I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm happy. That same exact feeling, though.
Yeah.
Like, every issue that arises to you, you have the answer to.
Right.
I'm good.
And that's, dude, that's fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
That's 5 years of, like, stress every day you go to work. You're literally stressed out, right? Because you don't know how to handle certain things, and you know you don't. Should you be studying at home? Yeah, but fuck that. I'm 21. I don't give a fuck. Because, like, I'm already stressed out enough at work. I just want to hang out when I get home. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I definitely remember that. And it was crazy because I was on this job in Lagoon, or where was it? Is Skechers. It was like a Skechers job. Like it's like a Skechers building. They're adding onto it in Laguna Beach, I think. It's like a non-smoking city or something like that. Dude, there's just like it's just like fucking millionaires live there.
Is that Laguna? Laguna's a non-smoking beach?
Yeah. Yeah, I tripped.
Non-smoking fucking anything?
Yeah, like you can only smoke in your car if you're like passing through the city.
What the fuck?
You can't smoke there. Yeah, dude, and I'm
always smoking over there.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
I ain't smoking cigarettes though.
No, well, and I mean, because when I first went to that job,
yeah,
like I was just like, I'm tired. Like I remember showing up and they just do the safety meeting 2 hours long. Just like fuck it. And then like they had some dude come up to give you like some like, hey, you can't jaywalk because where you park is right like literally like 2 lanes, like really small street, and then the fucking structures here. And if you jaywalk, you're literally suspended from any of our jobs in California. I'm like, what the fuck? For like a year, it's like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so like they make you go all the way around, and if you like walk around the block, like they call the cops on you. Like you can't just be wandering around the neighborhoods and shit. It's just super strict. Up. But then he's like, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about any of this because it just doesn't really apply to me. I mean, even the smoking one does it, but they're like, oh, this is a non-smoking city. I was like, so you can't smoke anywhere in the city ever. Like you can't even smoke weed. You can't even smoke weed in your backyard.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't. And smoke in the city, bro. You just can't.
Wow.
I know. I was tripping out on that. I put it in my story like whenever I went. It was like last year or something. And so anyway, so I went to that job and like it was so weird because what I was there to go inspect, like they wouldn't get started on it. They were just like doing bullshit. So I literally was just waiting around for 8 hours until they worked on it. It literally like turned into 2 days because they're just being lazy or something.
Jeez.
I mean, it kind of worked out because it's easy money for me, but there's a welding inspector, and he used to be an iron worker, and he was only like 3 years in. He's like, I fucking hate this job, dog. But he's making like $70 an hour because he has his LA City certs, and he has like the normal ICC certs. Because I only have ICC certs. You could get the same ones for LA City, but it's just like a harder test to get through it. It's like a weird higher like process to get them. And because he had them, he makes like $60 to $70 an hour and shit. Like literally double what I make. And he's like, I fucking hate this job. Because all I do is drive around to different jobs. But what he's doing, he'll drive to 3 jobs, charge 4 hours, 12-hour day, and he's home before like 3. He's home. He doesn't even get traffic. Yeah. But because of the certs that he has in LA, and LA, like when you have those certs, like you're never slow. But it was just crazy because he was like, dude, I just fucking hate this job. I'm looking at this motherfucker like, what? But he's 27. Jeez. And he's like, I only got these certs because I wanted to prove my dad that I could do it. Because he always told me, like, you can't fucking do it. Like, don't even try and this and this and that. But his dad was using the reverse psychology shit on him. And he's like, I did it, but like, fuck, dude, I hate this shit. I'm like, dude, just give it like if I was like, do you still get nervous when you go to jobs because you don't know how to handle what's? And he's like, yeah, that's why. Like, dude, I'm stressed out the day before after I leave work because I don't know what I'm gonna run into tomorrow.
I have met some inspectors. I'm just like, damn, dog, you're an inspector. I'm over here like, I'm not even gonna wear my PBE, dog. I'm just gonna fucking, you look like you party with me on Fridays and shit. You know? I met some weird little fucked up inspectors, but I'm like, well, he's on your shit, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I was like, dude, just give it like another year or two. Like, you just got to get used to, like, when you first get there, you just forget what you have to do first and all that other bullshit, But like, you just got to get used to it. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, because I was literally you. Bro. Like, I didn't like it. I hated it. I hated driving. Now I fucking love driving and shit. Like, throwing me on different jobs. Like, so it's like easier for me because it's almost easier if you just go on different jobs all the time. That way, it's like if you're a guy who's on a job all the time, you have to be on your shit. But if you just show up, you kind of like are more lenient because you're new. You're like, oh yeah, whatever, go ahead. Then you just dip out. But no, yeah. So that was just kind of getting the whole like, because you just said you're even just getting used to that, and you said you're even having those thoughts of like, is this what I want to do?
Well, like I have been laid off like my second year in.
Oh, that's right.
I got laid off, and I was like, fuck, like, and I was off for like 6 months, bro. Collecting unemployment. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, like, there's nothing else that I know what to do better than electrical right now. Yeah. Like, I like, it's too late for me to start over in anything. Because I'm not going to take that fucking pay cut. I'm not going to do that shit.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's either,
But I feel like you could always find an electrical job anywhere, right?
Well, I did. Like, I ended up going to a different company, which helped me out, too, because it's like, okay, like, I went to another one, I had to take a test. Yeah. And, like, I passed, like, a good, like, certain amount, like, as an apprentice and shit. As an apprentice level, I was like, okay, well, give me fucking 18. Boom. You know? Yeah. Right on our second year, I was like, cool, that was what's up, And then when I went back to my fucking company, IE, I came back and I was like, okay, well, they gave me this, and that. Yeah. So it kind of helped to like go to another electrical company and get shit done there. Like it kind of molded me. Like I was kind of manned up a little bit at that one because I was like, I was really comfortable with the people in the company already because it's a bunch of young crowds, apprentices and shit, So it was kind of hard to be focused when you had that type of shit. Plus, like I didn't get along with a lot of the bosses' sons and shit, so I was always bumping it, and I had already enemies, so I was already like in fucking, Can
you just fucking relax somewhere for God's sake? Damn,
like,
always fighting.
I was always getting into shit with these guys, and I was like already in hot water like that. You know? Like making it harder for them to work around. Like, what, motherfucker?
Stop crying, motherfucker.
Yeah, seriously.
It's funny that you mentioned that because it was kind of reminded me of a topic that I wanted to talk about. I figure we might as well talk about since we're talking about work. Is like being afraid to like speak up or make a decision that's gonna be like life altering in your job. Like, for example, like when I left my last company, I felt that I should have left that company sooner. But the reason why I didn't leave that company, and this kind of ties into the same topic, is because my parents told me I shouldn't move to a different company because if you leave this company, you might not find a job somewhere else because you don't have enough experience and like bunch of whatever the shit, right? And the thing is like I feel like when our parents were making mistakes and when it came to jobs and stuff, I think their consequences were a lot more consequential than the consequences that we may face if we lose a job now. You know, number one, I think they have the stress of like the fact that they had a family back then. You know, I'm fending for myself now, and that's it. And the thing is like if I gotta live in my truck, I'll just live in my truck. You know, if I gotta shower at LA Fitness, I'll just shower at LA Fitness. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, I don't think it's hard to find another inspection job somewhere else. It's really not. You know, if you're an electrician and you lose your job, it's really not hard to find another electrician job.
Because we get temps all the time. They come and go, you know.
Exactly.
But because us, I don't know, like we're like company guys. I've always been a company guy. I got in by a company guy. So I'm kind of like flying under that wing. So I was like, okay, I felt like I had a good spot where I was at. So I did want to take care of that. But like I didn't take my job that crazy serious until like I got laid off. Like I said, I had to go to another electrical company. Yeah. So right there, I was like, fuck, dude, I had to like bag up and shit like that. You know, prove my skills and shit because you didn't want to be that temp guy that the guys come in that old company. Yeah. Because everyone just looks at them like, whatever, bro. Like, you're not even here for that long. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like for me, I was like, fuck, I need this job. I need to keep working. I need to keep fucking, you know? Yeah, yeah. Got a brand new truck and shit I had to be paying and shit. That shit was not cheap, dog. Yeah. So I was like, fuck.
It wasn't. Yeah, so, and that's what I'm saying, though. But like, like to the point that I was trying to say is like, you know, like none of us have kids, you know what I mean? Yeah. But the thing is like I definitely took a lot of the burden of what my like worries of my parents. And like when in this day and age I could find a job anywhere, and the thing is if it's really bad, I'll fucking work 2 fucking fast food jobs then, and I'll probably make the same as what I was making. You know what I'm saying?
No, if it's never do that.
I'm just saying if it gets that bad, because look, dude, like okay, you know, in different scenarios and situations, even the one that I'm in, I don't feel like I'm completely stuck, but at some point in my life, I did feel like I was in different jobs. Like in the one that I'm in, it's really hard to not, like, you really have to get, you know, like have a good relationship with your dispatchers. Right. You get what I mean? Or else they're the ones that fuck you if like, all right, I'm not giving it to him. I have all these lists of inspectors I could just give it to, right? But they're like starting to fucking treat me like shit, you know? And the thing is the first dispatch that I've ever had from this company, this company is like the company you want to be on when it comes to inspection, right? Yeah. For the first 6 months, the dispatcher would cuss me out every fucking time I called him for 6 months straight, every day, every single fucking day he would do that. So then in order to get any inspection requests done, like, cause I'd call him like, hey, I need another inspector to come do this job and this job or something like that. And he'd be like, nope, you called too late. I'm like, well, I just found out about it an hour, like 10 minutes ago. They just told me about it. Well, fuck you. I'm not doing it. I'm like, okay. So I would just tell the guy to do it, but he would be yelling in my fucking ear. And then I just tell the contractor to do it, and he'll call. And he's like, all right, I'll figure it out. I'm like, what the fuck? But, like, honestly, I talked to people about that, and they didn't know why he was like that. They don't know what the fuck the deal was. And it was weird. Like, I didn't understand. I mean, I talked to some people, and they said, like, yeah, he's a little grumpy guy. I'm like, a little bit. Like, what the fuck?
You had trouble at home or what?
But see, and the thing is like, I looked at it like, because, look, my dad, when he was in the same company when he was in there, he's not there anymore, but...
I was about to ask that, like, does your pops work there?
No, he doesn't work there. He's like his own contractor now, and he's just like above inspectors now, but he used to work for the same company, and people know his name in the company, and...
maybe that's why they're writing you, because they know that. Well, he must have not liked your pops And he's like, well,
nah, dude, it wasn't like that.
Here's this little shit coming in. I'm gonna give him the shit.
Well, the thing is he worked with like the union side, but even the non-union side, which is the one that I work for, they knew him in there too. Like they know him, and so, but like what was weird though is like I'd tell him what's happening. He's like, yeah, you can't let off on him, like you can't like go off on him. You gotta just keep your cool every time. I'm like, all right, like, okay. Like, I'm just getting verbally abused every fucking day at work and shit, you know?
We have some foremen like that, too.
Yeah, so, and the thing is like, I deal with them every day, though, you know what I mean? And it was kind of getting out of hand, but, like, it's hard because you really can never, like, get on dispatchers. But, like, right now, the situation that I'm in is starting to get to a point where it's getting out of control. Like, the bitch said, you didn't remind me. Bitch, it's your fucking job to schedule.
Right.
But see, when it comes, like, once things start accumulating and they start blaming you for shit that's their job, it's like my dad would still tell me no, you gotta, but you have to fucking respect yourself though at a certain point. And if you're gonna fucking lose your job, I think you should just say what the fuck you need to say.
And that's exactly how it was for me. I said what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
You know, so
I still like what happened in your situation.
Well, about like with my it was like one of my my boss's kids. You know, I just got into it with him. You know? And then another guy that I don't get along with, it's his stepdad. So those two fools, I was just going back at it because they're just fucking know-it-alls. And I'm like, okay, okay, I gave you the wrong measurement. Fucking off about 1/4 of an inch, dog. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, like big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just shit, like, just got shit for, like...
But see, and the thing, too, is like some people, the reason why you were getting upset might be unreasonable to other people.
But, yeah, that's the thing, though. I didn't let it fly, dude. Like, I stuck up for myself.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was kind of like, fuck, maybe I should just shut the fuck up, you know, because how bad I needed a job at the time, you know, but I just let my pride get there and shit.
But see, and here's the thing, though, like, that's another thing I wanted to talk about because, like, see, I don't know, obviously, you know, your dad doesn't have any experience in, you know, in the construction world.
He did low voltage.
Oh, okay, got it.
Servers and all that shit.
But see, like, as far as, like, how to present yourself in the workspace, like, my dad was really involved and was like, hey, you got to do this, and, like, hey, don't get crazy with them, don't do this, and it's like I've always been like that in every job, you know, like he's always telling me you can't get out of hand, you can't get, I think he was like that, but in not in a control way, and he lost jobs like that, and I think he just doesn't want that to happen for me, but it makes me hesitate when I feel like I should say something, you know.
Oh, it's definitely hard. Yeah.
But see, what I'm trying to say is I'm not afraid to, I'm just hesitating, like, am I making the wrong move? But here's the thing, like you just said right now, like, I think if you think it's unfair, if you think you need to say something, you should just say it. And the thing is if you fuck up, then you're gonna learn what's unreasonable and what is worth arguing and what's not worth arguing. But that's just from experience now.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, like, the things that your parents that were worried about for themselves, like I said, they're not in the same situation that you're in anymore. And like you said, you really needed that job, but you still you could find another job, you know what I mean? In a different company.
Up, dude. I almost gave up.
I know, I think I remember that.
I was always like, I didn't even know. Like, I was almost going to be a fucking trucker, dude.
Yeah, those make good money?
Well, because my uncle, he's just the one that was offering. Because, you know, he's a subcontractor also. You know, I was working under him for a while, you know, in logistics and shit.
Right.
And I was kind of like, fuck, dude, just moving, bro.
Yeah.
Moving fucking households, office bullshit, dude. It was a slave-ass job.
Yeah,
I hated it.
Right.
You know, and I used to talk to the guys. I'm like, damn, bro, like, how long you guys been doing this? She's like, dude, for a long time, on and off, this and that. Like, you keep getting sucked back in because it's just like, they always need people, obviously, because it's such a fucking labor-ass job.
Right.
But then my uncle's already telling me, like, hey, you should get your fucking Class A license, this and that. You know, or whatever the fucking 18-wheeler semi-trucks were, you know? So I was like, fuck, dude, it's going to come down to that. Like, I had to drive these. I had to drive for the rest of my life, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I was not down for that shit. So I kind of, like, set the fire on my ass when I was like, you know what? I started calling like old guys that I was cool with as temp guys. Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, bro, like, how did you fucking, find another electrical company, bro? Because it was hard for me to just find a company. Like, I was calling like around my local city, like in Elsinore, Marietta. It was the worst place out there,
Yeah,
everything's out in the city. So I was like, fuck, dude, like that job was perfect. Why did I fuck it up?
Right.
Like, why did I have to fuck it up with these guys and shit? Why did I let them get to me and shit?
Right.
But
you need to fuck it up though, so that you can see. Yeah. That's the thing. If you didn't fuck it up, now you wouldn't know how to carry yourself in the new company.
Like now, I know what to do in a situation.
Right,
like
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
and that's what I'm saying, because I'm in a situation where like I definitely feel like I should say something now, and I kind of am a little bit. And the thing is one of two things is gonna happen.
If you're confident in your work and shit, like I would say something.
Yeah, no,
but
for
like
sure.
at my fucking level, I wasn't like. I should just shut my fucking mouth.
Right, but
instead of telling them like, yo, I'll fucking beat your ass or something, fucking daddy's boy or something,
Yeah, but see, experience teaches you that though, right? I mean, like you kind of need that, so you could kind of be like, all right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I had a fucking crazy journey, bro.
But see,
my 20s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I learned a lot, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like on your own. Like I couldn't go to my mom and be like, hey, mom, can you help me find an electrical company?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell my dad that. My dad wasn't even doing. Like I had to fucking do all that shit on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to come in contact with other people.
Yeah.
And fucking figure it out from them and just kind of like go off from that. You know? So that shit was not easy though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, like defining what's fair for you, because I mean, and the thing is like if you find yourself in a situation where you can't, like, nowhere will fucking hire you because you're a fucking asshole, you're gonna find out after like the 5th company, like, maybe I'm just a fucking asshole, right? And it's like what I'm saying though is like I need people to define what they're willing to like what they're willing to put up with, and at the same time help themselves rationalize what's arguable, what's worth arguing for, and what's worth just shutting your mouth for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm tired of just holding my tongue because I want to be a good employee. And I think part of being a good employee is also speaking out when you think shit's fucked up. Mm-hmm. And if that means, like I said, like one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to push you out, or
they might respect you for it.
Yeah, or they'll start fucking treating you better, straight up. And the thing is
because I did.
Yeah.
I got treated a lot better with more respect than this and that, coming back to this company that I'm at now with Hollywood and shit.
Yeah.
Like, this was my first electrical company.
Oh, okay,
so I came back to it twice, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, like the attitude was different. My attitude was different towards people at work. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you motherfuckers get to me.
Yeah,
I'm hustling. I'm gonna keep doing my own work. Like, I'm leveling up right now.
Yeah,
like that's how I should have been. Instead of like always like interacting with the coworkers and shit. Like, kind of like hanging out. Well, they would always come over and just talk to me. Like, I met Johnny from fucking work.
That's
one of my good homies.
Yeah.
Reno and shit. Another one of my good homies. So it's like being it's like being in school sometimes. Like when you get there, you're like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of feels like school again.
Yeah.
Even when I see this motherfucker every morning, bro.
I know, it's nice. I like going to work.
Yeah. Fuckers. Must be nice.
I know,
it's cool. It's cool working with this motherfucker,
Yeah. I know, it's funny, like, it's actually a trip that you guys mentioned that, because, like, majority of the inspectors that I run into are, like, schmucks.
They're
just, like, some nerdy schmucks, and, like, I'm just not that, you know? So it's funny because I'm actually making friends with, like, electricians.
The trades,
the trades, the fucking hot water cold dude. Weird, whatever
I say we all
just...
We can make we just be contractors, dog.
Yeah, that's something. I just expect some shit.
Straight up, dude. But shit, we got homies that do mason and shit, do concrete and all that noise.
I'm a masonry inspector.
Oh, that's what you do, right?
And concrete inspector. Yeah.
All right.
Shit.
Is that shit even like how? Well, like I didn't even know how to go off on that one. Like, what's so hard? Like, what is it to inspect concrete, dog? Like,
it's a trip.
Shit's good, motherfuckers. Dry.
Shut the
fuck
up.
Sign it off.
You gotta consolidate it. You gotta all kinds of shit, bro.
I mean, we there when those fools are pouring, bro. But I never give a fuck about them.
Yeah, you're like whatever. Masonry's honestly a lot more complicated when it comes to the inspection side of it. Yeah, that's like a fucking. It is like an art, and I like. It's crazy to watch them do it, but at the same time, it's like there's either a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. The only thing that you're really looking for is where they place the rebar, and they don't give a fuck where they place it. So I'm telling dudes that are like 50 years old that have been doing this for 60 years. And they're 50 years old. Yeah. They've been doing it before they were born.
But I know you guys got a tool where like you can find the rebar.
No,
it's kind of like
we're watching them place it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're building like a masonry wall, right? Like a masonry wall. So they do the block. So they're using mortar, which is like on the outline of the block.
You're about to learn some shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, so the mortar, that's the shit that looks sick as fuck when they get it like on a fucking like a, what is it? Like a damn, fuck, I don't want to say spatula. That sounds so bad in the construction world. It's a damn like a trowel or like a scoop or something. Yeah. And then they just like the block's like right here, and they it looks like this. They just like throw it, and it just like lands perfectly on there all the way around. It just looks it's crazy. What the hell? They don't really do that, but it looks like that. They just go like whoom, and it just goes like it. It doesn't go all the way around. They just go like this, like that, like that, like that, and it's just like perfect all the way, same height all the way around. It's a trip.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. It's a trip, and then they just put their block on, and then they're like blip, 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 and then make sure it's even. All right, next one.
Like cinder blocks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
and then the rebars.
But they also have rebar going through the side. So after every certain amount of lifts of block, they put rebar in there. But it has to be a certain size. It has to be a certain spacing, and then in the corners are the most like trickiest, because in the corner, like they have like they're supposed to be placed a certain way. So like this one goes like this and then wraps around like this, and they have a one inside that wraps around like this on this side. So they have one outside like this and one inside like this. Sometimes they'll put it like this and like that, and then this way it's going this way and it goes all the way. Like they just fuck it up, but they don't care. Like as long as it just fits, and then you're like, hey man, you need to fix that.
Oh no shit.
And they're just like, okay, and they won't fix it. You gotta tell the foreman, and the foreman's like, hey bro, you gotta fix it, and then they'll fix it. It's crazy to talk to like some old dudes like that though, because they got forearms bigger than my fucking head and shit. You know what I mean?
I'd just be like, I ain't gonna sign you off, motherfucker, if you don't fix this shit. But bring the hickey. I don't care. I know what that shit is, bro. I have to tell this folks, give me that hickey.
Yeah. So that shit is definitely a trip. I don't like particularly doing that inspection because you have to make masonry samples, and that's a fucking bitch, to be honest with you. I don't even want to explain it because it's already hard to explain. You know what I mean?
It's funny when I talk to some females about work. I'm like, you really want to know about what I do?
Yeah,
you really want to know?
Looks
yeah, like, and I'll just be going off, and I'll be like, Are you paying attention?
Yeah, I get the same thing.
Because don't make me go all the way through.
Yeah,
you know, they're like, yeah, they're sleeping and shit.
I'll be going off, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, what the fuck? You don't know what I'm talking about. This means nothing to you.
So and then the question is like, so did they turn on? Like that's all they heard. And shit.
So did you pass it?
Did you pass?
Did you pass it or no?
So
did you get kicked off the job?
Yeah, dude. It's fun.
Did you get paid?
There's so many wires. Yeah, that's what I deal with.
That's what I deal with.
That's it.
Headaches, bro.
You know? That's
funny. Who knows what the fuck's going on tomorrow, though? Fuck.
I know. Where am I going tomorrow?
We're down, man.
I'm doing a concrete inspection tomorrow, making one set of cylinders.
I always wonder if we're ever going to, like, run into each other.
Dude, I've been waiting for that. Hey, I think I told you oh dude, check this out. Here we go. I was working in Riverside, UC Riverside, right? And they were pouring concrete on PT decks for housing. So like the PT takes in place of the rebar. So they're like these strands. Have you guys seen PT or no?
I don't think
so. They're like strands of wire, like tied up together. They kind of look like licorice, right?
Oh,
no, but like giant wire, like tied up, and then they have like tubes covering them, and then they're identified by the color. So then, so what happens is it takes in place of the rebar, and then they stick out at the edges of the slab. So once they pour the slab, at the end, once it dries, they pull at the ends of the PT strands, and it literally makes the concrete compress.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's like kind of stronger than...
I heard it takes like 100 years to
cure. Concrete never stops curing, but...
It's weird.
Yeah, so dude, I was up there on a PT deck, literally just boiling, dude. I remember it was last year in summer when I lived in Marietta, because homegirl was sending me videos when she was swimming in the pool. I was at work. I was like, you It was like 10 a.m. I'm just like sending me videos. I'm like, oh, I hate you, dude.
Where the corn's at?
Yeah, so I got home. I remember I got home at 12 and I swam until like 9 p.m. It was crazy. Summer was great over there. I need to move back. But anyway, so I was up there just watching them pour, literally just boiling up there. And there was like a dude for like, because I was up there for like a week. So like for 2 days, there was another dude up there and he was an electrician watching them pour so that they don't fuck up the conduit, right? Because don't you guys have a guy that does that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was up there, and then, like, I think the third day, he's like, hey, bro, you the inspector? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, that's what's up. Dude, we started chopping it up. Like, he's a homie. Yeah. Like, do you ever, like, when it's slow, like, jump on Tinder? I'm like, dog, that's me every day. He's like, same, bro.
I'm on it right now.
Motherfucker married. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, I've met some crazy people.
Yeah, dude. Well, he's your age, and he was like, he's your age, and he's like, well, dude, I mean, I kind of don't want to leave her because she's a virgin. I'm like, whoa. Like, he's like, well, I took her virginity, but, like, I could do whatever I want because she just believes everything I say. Like, kind of, like, you know, brutal. Very, like...
Brutal.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, dude. And he was telling me, like, some crazy, like, drug stories in high school and shit. He's like, dude, it was crazy. Like, we would do everything and try to act sober. Like, we literally take acid, ecstasy, and coke and try to... Everyone who... You just try to act sober. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing ever.
Stupidest thing
like
ever.
Ruin
that's
your
a waste of fucking money.
Yeah, literally.
Straight up.
And he's like, I don't know why we did that, dude, but that was just like the thing to do. I mean, he grew up in Almani, but I was like, I guess it's just lit over there, I guess. But dude,
I don't even know what's out there.
But dude, he was a trip. Dude, it's like right the city next door and shit.
Yeah.
It's like the same.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. 60. Yeah.
And it's crazy because we were talking and chopping it up, and like, dude, he was just like so fucking cool, like so cool. Like we were just talking about everything. Like next day, hey, what's up, dog? Like we were up there again, chopping it up, talking about Tinder and shit, you know, and talking about like, yo, I got the pool and I got some parties, dude. Hit me up, bro. Maybe I was like, come over and this and that. And like he told me this crazy story of a Tinder story, and he was like, dude, so there was this chick. I matched with her on Tinder. She literally looked so bad, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, she looked like a model. Like, she literally looked like a model, right? And he's like, I don't know if she was like a tranny or something. But she didn't sound like a guy. She didn't have guy features. She was just a bomb-ass, really bomb chick. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll show you pictures. He's showing me pictures. And he even had her matched on Tinder still. He's like, look.
Yeah.
So he's showing me. I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, so I was texting her, and I told her, like, all right, send me a picture. And then like this, and then she sent me a picture. He's like, all right, send me a picture of you throwing up the fuck you. And then so she sent her a picture like this, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, this chick's real. Like, but she was bad as hell, right? And so, and then he's like, all right, well, let's kick it. He's like, all right. So we literally kicked it. She gets in the car. We're talking for a bit. We go get food. And then after food, we go park somewhere, and then she just domes me up. But she told me she just likes giving guys head. And she just domed me up, and then that's it. I never talked to her again. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude, I don't know what that was about, but I'll take it. I was like, shit, so would I, you know?
Yeah.
And so that was a trip, dude. But and then I left that job, and I think I got his number though. I was like, oh, dude, let me get your number and shit. So I got his number, and then I left that job, and I just started jumping around again, and then I started going over here to LA. And then one time I decided to go to the LA Fitness in West Covina, which is like, you know, this road right here, Sousa. You just take it all the way down to West Covina, and then it's like one exit over. And then I was working there, and you FaceTimed me that day too.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so
all right, I know.
Dude, I'm literally working out my, like, I finished squats, so I was like on the leg what fucking
I hope you're working out calves.
Not shut your mouth, motherfucker. It's because I don't have cankles like you. And
you don't got these race readies.
Shut your mouth, motherfucker. All your damn arteries are clogged down there.
Nah, we good, baby.
Shits are purple.
my what do they call it? My varicose veins or something?
Yeah. Those are bad veins. But
damn, it sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
It's like when they're all blue.
Oh, Lord. Is you right now?
Nah, dog.
And the cankle?
I got nice legs.
Whatever.
I at least got that. What do you got?
I got some nice arms. I'll say that.
Hollywood, what do we got over here?
He just got some nice...
Motherfucker just Hollywood.
Yeah, everything, you know? You got the height, you got the eyes and shit. Nah, but yeah. So it was funny. I'm in like leg press or whatever the fuck hit, and then like I look over, and I was like, the dude looked familiar, but see,
they probably look at each other the whole time.
He had like a mole right here, but he also had a neck tat, and I was looking at him, but that's the only way I recognized him. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? And he's like, what's up, man? I was all like, you're an electrician, right? He's all like, because he's like kind of hooded out, He's like, why, what's up? And I was like, dog, I'm that inspector. I was working with you in Riverside. He's like, oh, shit. For real? I was like, yeah, dog.
How you not going to remember this?
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm wearing my glasses and shit.
Oh,
right. And I think I had a big beard at Riverside.
Oh, okay.
And then I trimmed it real short. And he's like, dog, you look different. And I had to explain. I'm like, well, my beard and shit. He's like, oh, shit. And I'm like, yeah. He's all, damn, dog, that's crazy, bro. He's trying to, let me get your number.
He hung up on me.
Never. Oh, I was like, I know, I was FaceTiming. I was like, oh, I'll call you back. I was
like, don't you ever fucking be weird like that.
For another man.
Listen, for another electrician.
It's electrician fam, motherfucker. Oh, no, it's everybody against everybody out here?
Yeah. Nah, me and Hollywood were tight.
Yeah.
We going places. We going to burn houses down together.
Well, it's funny because the last company I was at, right before that, I was jumping to like different companies, like 5 different companies, and then they sent me to Ontario to do a UPS building. I saw Byron walking around.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was just wearing like, is a dude from high school.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I was watching him like, the fuck? And then he was just walking by, and then I was wondering if he looked at me, but I don't think he recognized me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was just wearing the damn vest. I don't know what the fuck. I was like, that's weird, but I'm wondering if I ever run into anybody that... I'm waiting to run into you motherfuckers, honestly.
Dude. But you do like ground up type
jobs,
we're
there after he gets there.
No, dude, because...
But we still got to do underground. Our underground works is like...
Yeah, but sometimes you guys have to install anchors, right, for your fucking hangers.
That's all done after, because we'll just drill into the...
Yeah,
the
but
decking.
what...
How about like...
Yeah, but the anchors need to be inspected.
Do you guys do like
the Hilti KTZ?
Shit?
Yeah,
Hilti anchors need to be inspected when installed.
It's like
we need to check the depth
and shit, all the feeders,
and we need to torque them. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm working with electricians all the time when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, dude. The only thing we work with like is slurry and shit. Like when our pipes going
that too.
Like, underground. Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask you. Like that's what we fuck with mostly.
Yeah, that doesn't have.
Like that's when I think you guys, the inspector comes in and checks like the slurry, the compaction, and shit like that, and then we throw in the fucking dirt.
Right.
We backfill it in.
Yeah. No, but it's funny because I think I deal with a lot of electricians a lot. And it's funny because I'm like walking around and like, hey, what's up, dog? Hey, what's up, bro? Like all the time, bro.
I like doing underground a little bit. It's a little dirty, bro, but underground work. Yeah.
Is that what you think I'm talking about? Or what do you mean?
Well, that's
all
what
like
we call
feeders,
it. Yeah, for like the main lines and shit.
Coming from like the road from Edison in.
Oh, okay. But like, see, like when you guys are doing towers, don't you guys also have to install blue bangers and shit?
No.
Mm-mm. You know what I'm talking about though?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? No? Okay. Well, because like, so on the tower, before you add the concrete on the decks
of Robertson's deck, that's what we work with. That's what we always on.
It's like
that's Robert. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, to understand where the conduit's gonna go before the concrete is placed, they shoot holes for like these inserts into the deck, and it's probably maybe a different set of electricians do it, but they have to do it to find out where they're gonna put their conduit in. So once the concrete gets poured on top, underneath they know that this is where it needs to be.
Oh,
that's probably like building an electrical room straight up, all the feeders, union stuff.
But see, it's like every deck, plumbing, electrical, that's
straight ground up shit though. Like we always come in and
after
ours are we do TI jobs, tinted improvements and shit. So we already have all concrete down. If anything, what we do is we want to drill down to the second floor.
I do everything with electricians too, like ground up and like anchor installation and shit, right?
Anchor installation, yeah. Like for like our big ass gears and shit.
Yeah. Even like on electrical pads, like there's big ass like equipment that just needs to be like torqued down.
Yeah, like those are our gears.
Ground.
Yeah, the gears where the main feeders come from underground.
So I think I might run into you guys eventually.
Maybe. Like we don't really get too much of those. We get a lot of tenant improvement jobs already, like in hospitals,
the offices,
remodeling and shit like that. Redoing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, like the last time I seen concrete getting poured was at that applied job. And
yeah, the trenches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That's interesting.
Work's a trip, Doug.
Yeah, that is a trip.
Know?
Yeah, I know. And yeah, it was weird because one thing I also like. I mean, back to the topic of like kind of moving to companies or just standing up for yourself. I guess like in within a company, and kind of understanding, engaging like what's worth arguing for and what's worth just like shutting your mouth about. I think like because when I decided to move companies from my last company to this one, it was like out of necessity. Like I hated that company so bad because they were fucking me with gas, they were fucking me with location of where I was driving. Like they just were just fucking me left and right, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And I was getting the shit out of every stick every single time over there, right? So like I was like, and my parents were kind of like, you can't leave because you got to pay for that house in Hemet and shit. So literally I was like, okay, I could probably like, I'm being exaggerating, but I'm probably going to like kill myself in this house because I got to keep this job, or you could save your life and lose the house. Like what is more fucking important to you at this point? And for me, I was like forced to move forced to try to look for a different job because I didn't want to fucking work there no more. And if I lost my fucking house, then fuck it, like I just wasn't going to fucking die over it,
Yeah.
So when I did that, everything worked out for the better. But like I said, for me, I had to understand like basically, I was forced to move out, but it kind of taught me like figure out what's your priorities, not your parents' priorities and shit. You know what I mean? I got a lot of friends and even like family members that I know that are stuck right now because they're worried about their family's priorities or their parents' priorities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you got to worry about yourself and you got to worry about your own growth and like defining what's worth fucking like suffering for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything does happen for a reason though. That happened to me. I feel like shit's just happening. Like everything's been and it's been weird. Like till this day, shit falls into place perfectly. Yeah. Like weirdly. Yeah. I'm like, damn, like even if it's bad shit, but like luckily like I would have money or like, shit just worked out like just perfectly. I'm like, how the fuck is this shit just going on? And that's what I'm saying is like with work, dude. You get laid off, you're just like, fuck, dog. Like I'm just gonna drop the ball here. Like I'm done. Yeah. I'm gonna probably live with moms for the rest of my life now, dog. Like it was crazy, but like shit didn't happen like that. Like I obviously had to pick myself up a little bit. Like I said, I was off for like almost 6 months. 6 months I was.
And I think when doors are closed, I think that you are more apparent and more apt to seeing those new opportunities than you are when you're locked in something like that. Yeah. I think that those opportunities are always there and the option is always there. I just think that it takes kind of a door being slammed in your face for you to have the motivation
get another
want
gear.
To search it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because anybody can, as corny as it sounds, anybody could do whatever they want no matter what. Yeah. No one is. People are stuck in their ways because they have responsibilities and things. Yeah. But I think the option's there if you're hit hard enough,
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. Yeah,
I know.
I feel it.
No, and what's crazy to that is like, it's like I think that's just built over time. Like as far as like the responsibilities and like if you can't keep this or hold this responsibility, then you won't be able to hold it. It's like the guilt thing that families do to you. Like, dude, I even have a homie who's probably going to jump on the podcast where they literally rely on him to. I'm not saying any names, but they definitely rely on him to like pay the rent, but his brother doesn't work. His two brothers don't work. They're old enough to work. One of them's older than him. One of them's younger than him. His mom doesn't work, and they all at his own they want him to like fend for the family, which is kind of weird because I asked him like, why do you do it? But illegally, because that's the only way he could do it himself is by doing it illegally. And I'm like, why don't you let them hit rock bottom? Like you got to worry about you. Like you're losing your mind because they don't want to. They want to guilt you, right?
I couldn't do that though.
Right, but
I felt too bad. I had 2 little brothers, 3 brothers.
Yeah, but see, what do you mean?
Like, is that what you're talking about? Like forget about the family and do your shit?
No. Well, not even that. Like, because he has a little brother, right? And I mean, his mom's guilting him, but she's more than willing. Like, she can work too.
Yeah.
But she's just making excuses for him. But see,
I hear you.
You know why she can't. So they're just like using him as like this workhorse, as if like he doesn't have a life and shit. And the thing is he's my age, so he's growing up in the same era as me with the same problems as me, with this on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's like one time I try to call him and try to tell him, I'm like, look, here's the two choices. Like, it sucks because, and maybe he needs to go through it long enough for him to realize like this is not what I should do.
Yeah.
You know, because he was telling me, like, I was like, look, these are your two choices. You're gonna go to jail and they're gonna be forced to hit rock bottom, and then they have to get jobs. But now you're in jail. Or you're going to die, and then because you're going to get killed in whatever you're doing, and they're going to hit rock bottom, and then get forced to get jobs. So, like,
either way,
yeah. So either way, you're fucked. So why don't you just let them hit rock bottom now? You know, but I know in a lot of cases this stuff isn't as extreme as I'm saying it. But like your parents and like your family members sometimes try to guilt you into staying or doing things that you don't want to. You know, and the thing is if you're in your case, that's a little bit different. Like, I understand you just have to like grow up for the family, and that's just a different journey. That's a different path, you know, that you can't say no to, and I can understand that. But see, even in this case, I told him those two scenarios, we rationalized it all the way down to the T, and he's all like I hear what you're saying, and it makes perfect sense, but like I can't look at my mom in her face and say no. I just can't do that. Like, I just love her too much that I can't do that. And I'm like, I don't think that's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you're wrong for that, because I don't know. I can't even understand that being wrong, you know? So, I mean, but there's some people that are willing to leave, but they just don't understand why they're stuck. So that's why I wanted to bring this to light too, where it's like, define what you're willing to suffer for. Like, you got to look out for yourself at a certain point. You know what I mean? And I know you got some elders and people advising you not to make the wrong choices, but I really feel like you got to make those wrong choices, you know, and get fired and get kicked off jobs and fucking so you can grow as that, you know, mature worker, you know, in the workforce.
Move forward on that.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep.
Oh man.
That's what it is, though. Wait, that was a good little work fucking shit.
That was, you know, I'm kind of glad.
It's funny because I never even
asked
about your ass about like fucking how is it at work and shit. You know, I never ask you about work.
Yeah, you never do, motherfucker.
That's funny.
I don't know. Like, do you just assume that everything's great at work, or what?
I do. I don't think it's that hard for you, though.
I think that's why you don't ask me.
That's why
Fuck you. I'm not asking you.
You just babysit people and tell people what to do.
You know what though? Sometimes I feel like I don't want to like do woe is me shit, but like sometimes I rather do grunt shit and be treated like a grunt than do over the top shit and get fucking certs and sacrifice your fucking early 20s, your late teens to fucking be in a position that like no one has ever been in your fucking family, and like, you know, you broke like family curses and you're fucking successful and you got houses and shit, so that like a fucking company could treat you like shit, you know? Like,
you don't think it's all worth it? Like, is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that, but sometimes I do think I'm not regretting anything I did.
I think you should just find out how to get past that people talking shit on you. Like,
it's not that, dude, because they're actually affecting my money. Mm-hmm. They're affecting how I make money. I told you last week I made 14 hours because they're just mad at me for shit that I didn't. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying, how are you gonna fucking like ever, you know, like control what I deserve? Like, I deserve more than everything that you guys are treating me and like trying to keep me from doing. Like, they try to punish you by like giving you less work sometimes, and that's bullshit.
100%.
Because there's like nobody my age that's fucking doing inspection that I'm doing.
See, for us it's different. Like, they'll sit us down. Yeah. If we're fucking up, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, shit's slow right now. No, it ain't.
Yeah.
But they'll sit your ass down for like about a week or two, maybe a couple of days, but still like, that's like our little punishment and shit, you know?
Right,
and then we can't really, unless you want to use your sick days for like shit like that, but nah, it's not worth it.
Dude, like, for example, like, okay, Memorial Weekend was that Monday or something, right? It was like a Monday.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so I didn't work Monday, and then I didn't work Friday. So, but I have holiday pay and I use it for Monday, right? And then
but because you didn't work Friday, you didn't get it?
No. They were like, hey, so I don't think you're going to get Monday's pay. And I'm like, why? Because in your contract, that was renegotiated that I wasn't there for. In your contract, if you worked over a certain amount of prevailing wage hours, you don't get holiday pay anymore because you made too much money. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but that was never disclosed in my contract, and that wasn't in my contract. Like, I know for a fact. So it's like, you guys' rules are changing, and you guys are not telling me this. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, I didn't even work a full 40 hours that week. So what the fuck are you talking about right now? Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Damn.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, this is just bullshit, you know?
I don't like when people mess with my money like that.
Oh, you can't, dude.
Yeah. Dude, especially if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you know? And, like, I had to do crazy shit to get to where I'm at. Like, dude, I mean, the thing about it is I don't need to talk about the crazy shit that I've been through because I have a good life. Yeah. But the thing about it is I need that shit to stay consistent because I was consistent when I was doing a lot of crazy shit to get here. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's where my frustration's at, you know? Yeah. My
I hear you, dude.
That's,
I feel it.
You know, so and like I said, it's not to say that it's not worth it, but
see, nothing's gonna get easier later on. It's just how it is, bro.
Like,
it's like for me, like I still get nervous about like the shit that I still gotta go through in my fucking trade. Yeah. And I'm just like I freak out a little bit. Like I start like, okay, like
you're gonna deal with it eventually?
Yeah, just when you get there, just know you're gonna be ready for it, you know?
Got it, yeah.
And I always kind of like set the bar up. Like I try to always do some shit that like I've never done before, so I can just kind of put that shit up there and be like, yo, if I did like this, bro, I can do anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like I gotta that's how I gotta do it at work, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's true. I guess you're right. I mean, if this is something that I can get through, then yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this is something that definitely will, you know, I guess change the future and how I make decisions, or they'll just treat me better. You know what I mean? So,
you know, just get that attaboy, bro. Shit will get better for you, dog.
Just keep it pushing.
Shit, we always trying to get that, but you know what they say for us, right? You know, one fuck up costs you all your attaboys, bro.
Yeah, seriously, huh?
So it's kind of like...
That's kind of how it is with us, too. You know what I mean? But, like, fuck, dude, how consistent do you need me to be? I really feel like I'm, like, on my shit, you know? But you're right. But you're right, because it is only one.
And they just expect that out of people now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Because I get that in my job, because even with these guys and other people that I work with, if I put in 100, like if I put in that extra little more, it makes no fucking difference. Right. It makes no fucking difference.
The thing is, it's hard for me because, like, I get it. I feel like you're supposed to do that.
You are, though.
Right? Yeah, you're supposed to do that. But the thing is, like, I understand there's going to be mistakes, but, like, dude, what about consistency? That doesn't even matter no more.
Yeah, not at all.
You gotta, like, kiss ass and be at the right place at the right time. And if you're late, you better be your leg better be falling off or something.
We're just bodies now. People have taken out the human characteristics of things, and just you're a body that can fill a spot. That's all that matters.
Facts.
It has nothing to do with who you are as a person.
Yeah.
If you can be there, so my job looks good, then that's fine. That's all that matters.
Dead ass, dude.
Yeah.
Dead ass, dude. Like I said, dude, the lead inspector at the job in LA that I was on, that motherfucker was high every day. Literally fucked up, like fuck jaw clenching,
twacked out,
literally tweaked out, bro, and cussing motherfuckers out, and fucking running up and down stairs and shit, sweating and shit,
sweating at 5 a.m.
doing weird,
gets to work,
acting weird, doing weird shit, and like and then he would have come downs. The motherfucker's gone for a week. Motherfucker don't get in trouble. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. He like one day he was like, dude, I lost my phone. Okay, so he emailed that, yo, I lost my phone. Okay, and then and then he was even like getting caught up, like he was fucking nodding out and shit. And they're like, oh, he's on drugs. We're gonna get him fired. Nope, still there. And I'm like, dog, I don't do drugs. Like, does that mean anything to people? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Maybe they're just trying to break you because you're probably the youngest motherfucker there, right?
Well, they're probably
the youngest inspector.
I think I might be the youngest inspector.
They're scared of him coming up and taking over faster.
Because the young guys was taking over. It's like us, too.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't care about... But see, the older heads understand that if they do their job well, they'll always be working.
Yeah.
But the problem that I'm having is with the relationships with my dispatches. Whatever I do in the field won't affect them. My good work looks good on them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Like, what the fuck's... Oh, you know what I think it is?
Here we go.
I just finally fucking realized it. Okay, well, remember that one time, a long time ago, I told you I went into the office to check in and, like... Because it's always a good idea to go in and talk to the dispatcher. Hey, how's it going? Literally give them gift cards and shit. I went in there and the fucking dispatch chick that was dispatched started flirting with me in there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, remember that? Yeah. And I was like denying it. I was just kind of like, oh, changing the subject. She kept bringing...
Fucked up. You dropped the ball on that one.
But see...
That's like me in Hollywood right now.
I got to do that? What do you mean, motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm just saying. His uncle's the owner, dog. So, hey, Hollywood, I got in trouble,
motherfucker
dog.
Ain't gay,
bro. Talk to Uncle about this shit.
You know? I don't know. Maybe that's that. I don't know. But I mean, they shouldn't fuck with the money like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Who knows if that's the real reason?
Maybe she could have. Maybe if you just scored it one time, she would have been like, "Yo, I got you 3 extra jobs."
Nah, then he would have got fired.
Oh, maybe.
Because then he would have stopped talking to her.
Fuck.
Yeah. Who knows?
I'm just trying to figure. Like, I mean, I don't care about my.
That's the easy one to get out of, bro. I'll be like, "You're my dispatcher. I can't be dispatching in you all day."
So are we just okay?
All right, no jobs.
How to
no jobs?
Yeah. How to fucking how to manipulate your work system or something?
Sketchy.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
That's playing
man.
with fire. That's shitting in your backyard.
That's shitting in your backyard.
Literally. I'm about to eat the rest of these carne asada fries right now.
I'm about to roll up. Let's do it.
All right, I'm about
we did a good OT today.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did 2. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of us.
It's good. It's been good.
You know, I appreciate you guys hanging out for me this long. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave some comments and let us know what you guys want to hear next. Thanks.
Later.